The ball rolls at the Parc des Princes for the first time since March. It is an international club friendly. It is 4 periods of 30 minutes, but it's PSG back in action once more. And they were delightful to watch against Le Havre in a 9-0 win on Sunday. Now their second match back as they prepare once more for the Coupe de la Ligue and French Cup finals, as well as the Champions League. Alongside Eric Krakauer, I'm Andres Cordero. And the ball rolls out for a Waasland Beveren throw. Eric, what did you make of the 9-0 over Le Havre this weekend for Thomas Tuchel's men?
Well, it seemed to suggest that there wasn't a lot of rust in those players' legs, but of course very different levels of quality between the two teams. Nevertheless, an impressive result, and the attacking football on display was absolutely delightful to behold.
Both the Belgian Jupiler League and the French Ligue 1 ended prematurely due to the pandemic, as Di Maria is taken down in a challenge from Jihad Bizimana, Rwanda midfielder. Paris awarded the league title. They were leading the way on the final stretch, while Waasland Beveren were to be relegated and forced to take their case to court to avoid that because the season was not completed. It did create, this ball was flighted in toward the penalty spot looking for Icardi. It was dealt with. The Waasland Beveren defense. Here is Mbappe. Guided him again to the near post, and only chances for Paris. It falls for Di Maria on this near side. Back post, Mbappe swings and misses, and a goal kick for Lucas Pirard.
And there you go. I think that was pretty much a microcosm of what we will see for most of the game, just how easy it is for these PSG players to get past their markers and put the ball into the danger zone. It did look there that Pirard had actually touched the ball out for a corner. Goal kick was given. What's interesting, Dre, about what you just said that is happening in Belgium with those court cases is that the Belgian league is very different from most European leagues. They have the regular season and then the playoffs. So if you're in last place, you still have an opportunity to cling on to top tier life. They're not going to be afforded that chance.
Here's Di Maria. It's footwork by Idrissa Gueye. Indeed, Waasland Beveren were in 16th, last place in the Belgian top flight after 29 games, just 5 wins, 5 draws, and 19 defeats. They were only 2 points back of Ostende, were second bottom. The ball rolls out for a Waasland Beveren throw.
One of the first leagues to end their season early. Eredivisie did the same, and then Ligue 1 followed suit.
It's nicely won back by Joe Efford, 23-year-old American who's only just joined this club. I believe it's actually his first appearance for Waasland Beveren. Joe Efford, a native of Gwinnett County, Georgia. Played high school soccer in Georgia for the Ducala Falcons in Gwinnett County, and had a cup of coffee in the Balearic Islands with Mallorca, a team partially owned by NBA great Steve Nash. Joe Efford making only 1 appearance for the first team in league play, and that was, of course, before their top flight promotion, 2 consecutive top flight promotions to La Liga. Sadly, Mallorca headed back down to the Segunda.
Not a bad place to have a cup of coffee, Dre.
One of the best.
Lovely scenery. And it really is a shame that Mallorca will be going back down after 2 consecutive promotions.
Pirard. He expects to be plenty busy.
Yeah, but what a chance here for Joe Efford to play his first game for the club against mighty PSG. Players that he mostly watched on television, maybe played FIFA with.
Still does, I imagine. 23 years old. Mbappe. Difficult to keep pace with Kylian Mbappe. And this is Mitchell Bakker, who, again, in the absence of Diallo and Bernat, getting a second opportunity to start for Paris. Didn't play much through the course of the French football season. Lovely build-up here. Neymar's pass is intercepted. Gerard raffles it into the middle. Thiago Silva resets to Marquinhos. Thilo Kehr's played along, I believe, all 4 positions on that back line, now lining up as the right back for the 2nd straight game. Bakker. It's a good ball in for Mbappe and just wide from the World Cup winner.
It just opens up his hips, but a little bit too much. That ball is hit at him at pace. Just has to redirect it. Not that easy. It's a good cross. He's in a great area.
Well, early warning shots from PSG, but not yet able to beat Lucas Perard. Here's Angel Di Maria. Lighting in was Foulon. Still Di Maria looking for an opening. And about a foot wide of the target from the Argentine.
Well, you see just how easy it is for him to slalom through a few of those players. Just at a different level, talent-wise, technically, fitness-wise as well.
I don't believe they've had a touch in the PSG half as of yet, and well, they've waited a long time, these fans, to be able to enjoy live football again. French football called off back in March. And of course, there is the challenge of going up against, the ball is catapulted into the area. Icardi not able to make his run. Atalanta have been playing regular football now with the resumption of the Italian Serie A. Not the case for Saint Etienne or Lyon, the next 2 opponents in competitive matches for Paris. The task for Tuchel will be to get his men to be able to match the intensity of a high-energy attacking side that's playing regular football like Atalanta when that comes in August.
But it will be beneficial to have those cup finals, even though neither of those teams will have had competitive matches before, just like PSG. But you get used to playing at a different level.
It's flung forward by Neymar, picks out Di Maria. Here's Di Maria working against Foulon. Di Maria in the area, squared across toward Di Maria. And it's Shrivers who manages to clear the danger. Had 2 lovely assists against Le Havre, Angel Di Maria, both with the outside of his boot. One to Mauro Icardi, the other to Neymar. Thilo Kehrs whistled for the foul, bringing down the Bizimana. Going to be a nice signing for Paris. Thilo Kehrs, he's made some mistakes through the course of the season, but paid 42 million to sign him from Schalke and slotted immediately into the starting 11 when he signed back in 2018. Been able to plug a few holes along that back line, playing at left back, center, and right back.
He's sure to get a lot more opportunities in the heart of that back line now that Thiago Silva is leaving. And Tanguy Kouassi, the 17-year-old, also moving away from PSG, heading to Bayern Munich. That was a surprising move.
Paris do have a few of the youngsters on the matchday squad today. Arnaud Kalimuendo among them. He played against Le Havre. There's Neymar measuring up from distance. Still Neymar looking for something to open up. It's Di Maria. Neymar not down by the challenge from Bizimana. Takes a swat at the world's most expensive footballer.
I'm sure Neymar has missed that. So that trademark look after he gets clipped.
Dealt with. It will be the first corner kick for Paris.
All hands on deck defensively. Shrivers there cutting out that play. All you can do.
Di Maria rolled into the area, and again the crowd of yellow shirts there to deal with it. Third of the way through this first 30-minute period, and that's Idrissa Gueye from a long way out. Not sure it's even fair to call him an unsung hero anymore. He's received plenty of plaudits, both he and Sarabia. Two key signings in the last summer transfer window for Paris Saint-Germain. And players who aren't, well, maybe Gay more than Sarabia would be guaranteed more starting opportunities. But Sarabia, brilliant off the bench against Le Havre, and a player who can play in 7 different positions.
And Gay bringing some balance to PSG's midfield, which was sorely missing over the last couple of seasons. Just driving force, box-to-box player. Work that he does in the midfield allows Verratti to free up to do his deep-lying playmaking duties.
Neymar flings it toward Mbappe, but Schonbart had it covered. Verratti. A switch for Thilo Kehrer on the near side. He's got Neymar alongside. Marquinhos. Thiago Silva. Walker will make the run to join the attack. Mbappe skipping past the tackles. Still Kylian Mbappe looking for Bakker. It was well read by Albanese. Mbappe won it back. Just didn't have his balance about him there, and it doesn't come off.
There's no way for Waasland to circumvent that suffocating pressure from PSG.
Di Maria deposited into the area, flicked back for Kylian Mbappe, who struck it on the volley, took a slight deflection, and that will be another corner for Paris.
It's a lovely ball, and Schonbart right here is alert to the danger. It's in the way of the shot. Big frame.
Get into the edge of the 6. Voltage dealt with that one. It's easy to spot. Alexander Vukotic, he's listed at 6'7", the big Serbian center back. Kehrer. That one blocked by Foulon, and another corner upcoming for Paris, their 3rd.
You get the sense that the occasion has gotten to Foulon. He's had a few chances with just a little bit of space to collect the ball and pick up his head, but heavy touches.
He might turn out to be the busiest of all of the defenders because he's marking the same side that Di Maria works on. Neymar does have a tendency to play more central as he is now. And here's Di Maria. Again, outside of the boot. That's a first shot on target from Paris, but an easy save for Purard.
Some options for the run there. Albanese.
Here's Kobayashi. Foulon. Bizimana. Bad idea is Kobayashi trying to find the run of the Rwandan midfielder, but one back through Di Maria. Bakker. Perhaps the player that has the most to gain from the 11 starting today is the Dutch left back. Slotted across nicely by Mbappe and doesn't quite reach Neymar. And it's one back through Verratti. Slithering his way through Verratti, and it's fallen for Mbappe. Finally cleared away by Schonbart. Quarter of an hour in, Paris 0, Waasland Beveren 0, and the dam is holding so far for the Belgian side. Zimana, Kobayashi, Foulon. Difficult to find any space when they try to play through the midfield. Insula had to be inch perfect. Meanwhile, Neymar's escape through here. An easy grab for Purard.
Well, you saw what Sula has to do to try and relieve some pressure from his midfield, come and pinch in, collect that ball, but he wasn't able to hold on to it. That allows Neymar to go the other way, and he so easily slips by the defender, Schonbart. No spice in that shot, though.
Verratti. Thiago Silva clipped to the near side for Thilo Kehrer. As Idrissa Gueye makes the run, it's Di Maria who's picked out on the near side. It's Kehrer. Aggressive challenge. That time from Shrivers. Neymar, he'll go for goal again, and Pirard will be happy if he has to deal with 50 shots of that intensity.
They don't lack size, the Waasland Beveren players.
It's a particularly big center-back pairing with the 6'2" Onfrier and the 6'7" Vukotic. Kehrer whistled for the bump here on Foulon.
One of the things that an inferior team like Waasland Beveren has to do when facing a team of this quality is really make sure that their counter-attacking or build-up out of pressure, their moves are well regimented. They've been practiced on, that everybody knows where to go once they collect the ball. I haven't quite seen that yet, with a lot of players struggling to find options when the ball is at their feet.
Possession now, Thilo Kehrer. Verratti turns very comfortably, and it's a lovely delivery for Neymar. Brought down, Neymar chipping it, goalkeeper, and it won't count. Well, the offside flag came up against Neymar. What a ball that is from Verratti, who's given space to churn and pick out his options.
Yeah, he's clearly offside, and I'll tell you what, this will certainly count for Pirard, who now has something to put in his highlight reel. That's a good save from the 25-year-old.
Significantly more challenging than the previous 3 Parisian shots on target. How can Waasland Beveren build an attack of their own? It's played wide for the 20-year-old Alessandro Albanese. Kobayashi finding a pocket of space in the middle and quickly, instinctively finding Foulon. Foulon's cross looking for the back post, finding only the gloves of Keylor Navas.
And that's a shame because they worked out of pressure so well, strung some passes together, lots of space there for Foulon to pick out a target, and they were big targets in the box. It's been a dangerous moment for PSG. That will inject some confidence into the men in the yellow jerseys.
Mbappe dancing with Albanese. Linked here by Bizimana, who's very closely by Bakker. Albanese. Into a little bit of trouble there, retreating the young wingback.
Looks a little bit surreal to me to see fans in the stands and that close together.
Neymar's had his pocket picked, but it's Thiago Silva who puts out the fire. And Neymar with a bit of a grudge heading forward as Bizimana slides in to deny him. Well, they're up to the task, aren't they, Waasland Beveren? They're getting stuck in there. Not really allowing too many clear-cut opportunities from Paris through 19 minutes, considering what we saw against Le Havre just a few days ago. Kobayashi, and now it's slotted through. Too far in front of Mauro Icardi.
Just overhit, and those are the plays that Waasland have to avoid, giving the ball away in their defensive third that easily.
Here's Foulon. Pass was intended for...
to cut out the play after his teammate is beaten on the right-hand side by Mbappe far too easily. But again, the discrepancy in ability between both players, and then self-inflicted wound. And that after Waasland Beveren had given up a really good opportunity where they had players forward, numbers committed to the attack, but Foulon could not find any of the 3 targets that were wide open.
Well, at this point on Sunday, it was 3-0 Paris with 2 goals by Icardi and 1 by Neymar. Alexander Vukotic's own goal makes it 1-0 after just 20 minutes of play. 10 minutes remaining in this first 30-minute period. Down by Tilo Kehrer. There's a look at Nicky Hyen. Former St. Truden assistant and interim coach. He was the assistant to Milos Kostic at fellow Belgian club St. Truden. Long-time former player and assistant coach with the club. Now taking over as of the 1st of July, this Waasland Beveren side will undergo some changes. Sean Barr looking for Albanese. And Thiago Silva was there. He's looking sharp in the early going here, Thiago Silva. Neymar. Through ball for Mbappe. Mbappe for Icardi. And once again, Pirard is there to palm it away. And Mauro Icardi felt that he might have been fouled. Was there a push from behind?
It's a good save in the end by Pirard. He's had a bright start.
Isimana. John Barr. Little space here for Albanese to work. Saw the run of Joe Efford choosing not to use the American striker.
They're getting a little bit more daring with their positioning, Waasland Beveren.
For many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go up against Paris Saint-Germain. Why not have a go at the Parc des Princes? Here's Foulon. It's a good switch. Ivers, Bizimana. Once more, George Shrivers. Foulon. This is better from Waasland Beveren. Kobayashi. Little switch play now for Albanese from the edge of the area. Albanese only sends Thiago Silva the wrong way and forcing a save out of Keylor Navas.
Well, that is a really good piece of play from the Belgian side. And Bizimana was a part of the entire build-up, showing up in the spaces, exploiting those spaces, and then finally Foulon finds his target with the pass. Kobayashi finding an option. Nothing in that whatsoever, Dre.
Well, these days, if you were to use VAR and put it in slow motion, it would look heinous.
Now, let's not go there.
Tilo Kehrer, all kinds of space here for the German. Verratti. Now Di Maria. Neymar. Icardi with his back to goal. Little lapse in concentration for Bakker, but he recovers in time to keep it in play. And it's Kehrer alongside Di Maria. Waasland Beveren just happy to keep numbers behind the ball at the moment. Neymar working between the lines, did well to find Mbappe, and Neymar's shot is saved by Pirard, who's been busy, put up to the challenge.
Brazilian still has to calibrate his shot. Lovely interplay between Mbappe and Neymar, which is part and parcel of PSG's game, as we've seen over the last few years. Tries to place it beyond Pirard. Can't get enough accuracy or enough power on it.
Foulon, under pressure, solved it well. Kobayashi runs into a bit of trouble, but good control from the Japanese midfielder.
He's got good feet, doesn't he? And good awareness as well, the former Jubilo Iwata man.
Spent some time in Dutch football as well with Herenveen. Ricky Kobayashi before being picked up by Waasland Beveren on a free transfer. Zimana tangled up with Di Maria, who did not appreciate the intensity of the challenge. Foulon into the middle now. Play once more from Waasland Beveren. Kobayashi clipped into the area, looking for Sula. Overhit in the end.
A little bit of a creative spark. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Thomas Tuchel, I'm worried about Di Maria's defensive efforts, because Foulon is always open on the left flank. And I asked the question earlier, Dre, whether you could play with this attacking quartet against a better team. And I think the answer is no. But then again, this is a friendly, and commitment levels are very far from what they are in official competition.
And yet, just from a system perspective, this shape and this personnel is precisely what Thomas Tuchel seemed to be working with and toward before the French season was called off. It's not as if this is an experimental side, but rather this is the plan forward, seemingly, for Thomas Tuchel. And here's Neymar. A through ball for Mbappe. Icardi makes the run. Icardi unmarked, and he's denied by the woodwork. Still alive now for Neymar. Settles it. Neymar looking for the second, and it's cleared off the line.
Yeah.
But a penalty as Neymar was pulled back. And that will be a chance for PSG to double the lead from the spot. Did against Vukotic.
It's a clear foul, a clear tug on Neymar. Icardi is going to have nightmares about that because a poacher should never be missing from this range and that wide open. Tries to overplace it, if that's such a thing, beyond Pirard. And I'll tell you what, in slow motion, doesn't look like much of a penalty.
Kofria, who was caught for the pullback on Neymar, and now Neymar with a chance to add to Paris'